Fulham 0, Manchester City 4. That is it. Great, another great win, as we've seen so often these last few weeks. And now it's only 2 games to go now in the Premier League season. We are within, the trophy is there. It is within reaching distance now. Honestly, it's mainly just Tottenham away from home, and then it's practically on our doorstep. But what a win though. You know, three London teams were all we had left, and not one down. Fulham are down. It's just Tottenham and West Ham now. That's all that stands in our way. But it was beyond a convincing win. It was incredible. It was a great performance. I was very happy with it. I thought we played expertly well. I think Josko Vardiol was, again, just... He's carrying us to the end, you know. He is, what a defender he is. Honestly, I didn't realise how much he would really step up. And he has stepped up massively. It's incredible. So yeah, let's go through the player ratings, review the win. Starting with Erling Haaland. Now obviously he didn't score. He had a shocker of a miss in the second half, really, which was just ridiculous. He really should have buried it. But overall, there's nothing to really... I'm not really going to complain about him because he was there. The link-up play was there. It wasn't like he was invisible. He wasn't doing his classic League 2 striker, as Keane says. He was there, in and about. And yeah, I thought he did brilliantly. It's a shame he didn't get a goal, though. He deserved a goal. And he really should have scored when he had that chance. But ultimately, I'm not really too concerned. Phil Foden, again, he's got a goal with his right foot. Beautiful. I thought he had a great game. Even though he was out wide, like, you know, he drifted in the middle a bit and he got his goal from the middle. But I thought he was just brilliant again. I think Phil is really, he's carrying... I think Phil and Gvardiol have stepped up a lot. And I think they're carrying us to the end. And Phil was brilliant, I thought. Overall game was good, couple of shots. I was quite happy with Phil. Nothing to complain. And it's amazing to think that, like, that was a slightly off game for him as well. Like, he scored. It wasn't his classic midfield best, but I still think he did amazing. Kevin De Bruyne got the assist. You know, 8.1 match rating. Overall play was amazing. Just classic Kevin. You know, back to his usual best, as usual. Always there, always just creating chances. How many chances did he create, actually, in the game? Let's have a look. He created, if I can find the stat, 7 chances created. There you go. Phenomenal. 8.1 match rating, well deserved. Bernardo Silva, phenomenal. He is an incredible footballer. I'll be honest, I do think I criticise him a bit too harshly sometimes, but he was just amazing, monumental game from him. Got 2 assists in the match, just brilliant all round. He's just so crucial, you know. Just the fact that he can do everything. He's one that he goes under the radar in terms of his, like, the multitude of abilities that he holds and what he can do. But yeah, so brilliant game for Bernardo Silva. I don't think it was man of the match. Obviously, we'll get onto Josko. That's who I think. But you know, I respect. He's definitely up there. I respect, like, you know, having a 9 match rating. I respect that heavily. Mateo Kovacic 7.1. Again, just decent standard link up play. But again, as we've mentioned before, he's just a compliment to Rodri, because he's got a 7.1 and Rodri's got an 8.3. And why is that? Because Rodri moves forward. We've said this many times now. 97% pass accuracy from Rodri. But yeah, Rodri was just phenomenal moving forward. And yeah, Kovacic just complements that so well. So yeah, I think Kovacic, you know, doesn't get his flowers, and he won't in terms of rating, but he deserves them because he is incredible. Manuel Akanji, 7.3. Bit of a, you know, I brand myself as probably one of Akanji's biggest fans. But it was a slight off game from him, I can't lie. He did have a few moments where he, you know, was had a bit of a wobble a few times. But ultimately, just classic Akanji, he was brilliant. Ruben Diaz, you know, he's back, got a clean sheet. I'm glad to see him play a full 90. Because, you know, he's been out for a bit, you know, and I heard people slandering his name a bit too much. So that was good to see him there. Bit worried about Nathan Ake. It was a shame he had to come off after 20 minutes. But, you know, Carl replaced him, and Carl did all right, you know. He sort of slotted in well. But it was a shame Ake had to be injured. I hope he's all right, Ake. I think we haven't any news. I think we've had news that he's still a bit not doing too well, but we'll see how he gets on. We might see him against West Ham, I'm not sure. I don't think we'll see him against Tottenham. But hopefully he's there for the final day. And then obviously the man of the match, Josko Vardiol. 2 goals. And while he's on 2 goals, he turns down the option to take a penalty and make it 3-0 because he's conscious of the goal difference. That is the mentality we need. None of this Chelsea like Nicholas Jackson and Palmer, so everyone fighting over the penalty. Nah, he said, no, Alvarez is the taker, he takes it. And that was incredible from him. Honestly, that's why he bumped up so many marks for that. That was incredible. Could have got a hat-trick, but nah. He took his he's already scored 2 goals and he thought that's enough. So, brilliant. Man of the match, Josko Vardio. And then Edison, you know, kept a clean sheet. Didn't have to do too many saves, I don't think. But, you know, brilliant game from him. And then, as usual, if we hop over to the stats, yep, they had 1 shot, we had 16. We had a massive XG, massive possession. All blue, just domination. And that's what we needed. Yeah, it's not long to go now. 3 games left in the season, 2 in the Premier League. Just Tottenham on Tuesday. It's a very nervous one. It's a nervous game. Now I'm looking at Tottenham's injury list here, and you know they've got a few key players out. They're missing Udogie, they're missing Sessegnon, Basuma, Timo Werner, Ben Davies. They've got a few players injured, but for the most part, it's a relatively strong Tottenham side. So we can't really take this too lightly. We need to go there and just get the job done, because this is the killer. This is one of the most stressful games we're going to play in a while. This is the big one. This and the Man United game in the cup final. These are our 2 big games now. But yeah, the whole title race lies on this one game tomorrow night. And a draw it's simply not enough. Goal difference. We messed up on goal difference. We have to accept that we have to win. If the goal difference was like, maybe if we were like 1 or 2 ahead, maybe we could have been all right. But being 3 behind on goal difference, if we draw, it's just, nah. We're losing the league on goal difference if that happens. I don't feel like we'll batter West Ham enough to match their Everton battering. So it is paramount that we win tomorrow night. But it's going to be a very, very tight game in such a cursed stadium where we've not won in the league since like 2015. It has to end at some point, this curse, for us away to Tottenham. It has to end soon. It's got to end. And hopefully tomorrow night we see that finish. So, you know, with that, I'll leave that review here. It's only a brief one. But, you know, the one after Tottenham could be a big day after review. Because it's big. It's big. It's big. Because we'll either be celebrating thinking just beat West Ham, or we'll be thinking we've messed it up. It's going to be either really positive or really negative, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see. But fingers crossed for tomorrow night. But, yeah, brilliant win over Fulham, 4-0. It's what we like to see. And we can continue marching on. 3 games to go, a double on the line. Come on, City.